Don Mega XL. I'm here with Buddha Bless, talking smack now. Don Mega XL, Unique Conversation. Don Mega XL, XPD Bud Talk. Today we're going to talk about a terminology that's used, but we're not going to use that. We don't believe in the terminology. You know, they might say, because YouTube got a thing where you say something in the beginning. Well, whatever, media got a thing.
I got a thing that I don't want to use it.
I didn't want to use it, and we're not going to use that term, but I'm going to say what it is. Young nigga. No, there ain't no such thing of young nigga. Young niggas. Don't let these people fool you, and stop letting people call y'all that. You know, that's a word that we use amongst each other to joke around, but don't let nobody print that and label on you.
It's called the young youth for today.
Yes, young people.
The young generation.
Future leaders.
Yeah, the future leaders. And so now I'm gonna tap right into it. Alright. Buddha Bless, talking smack now on YouTube. Y'all know where to find me at already. Teddy Beard 234 Instagram. Check it. I'm gonna set it out like this for the peoples. Okay, today, you know, with the youth, the young youth for today, remember we ain't using that terminology, so I'm saying the young youth, the young generation. All right, so but y'all know what I'm referring to. You got all of this shooting, and I don't know where the guns is coming from. I don't even want to indulge in that. I don't want to be in that scene that know where it's coming from, right? Because I got an idea, but. What I'm going to say on this note is that it's a lot of violence going on, and the young youth for today, I would only hope that the parents could come with some kind of solution. My solution is, I'm going to tell you my solution quick. My solution is take the youth for today, put them in your bathroom. That's what a jail cell is like. I've been in one, people. Put them in the bathroom. Feed them in the bathroom. Give them just their toilet paper. Hopefully you got 2 bathrooms and you can do this. You give them their toilet paper, soap, and special needs. They don't get no phones. That's dead. In jail you ain't getting no phone. You give them all the special needs and you lock them in there for 23 hours a day. And then when you let them out for the hour like the jail system does, you let them out and they only can walk around, just say, if your bathroom's near your kitchen, they only can walk around only in your kitchen, because that's how much recreation space you get sometimes if you're in solitary. And then let them walk around in the kitchen for an hour, and then you put their butts back in there, right? Because the reason why I'm saying the punishment that way is because that's where they're going to end up if they keep going the way they're going. So what happens is, in them situations, is that they don't realize that the consequences is because he's the op, or, you know, I gotta prove a point. They don't realize that way you're gonna end up is in a square cell, and you gotta show them. Hopefully if you show them before it gets to the point where they actually want it to help. But that's my suggestion. Lock them in the bathrooms and give them the soap, toilet paper, and that's actually let them out for an hour out of the day, put their butts back in there. Because that's where they're gonna end up, people. So we need to start it at home before it can happen in the system. What you think, Don Mega XL?
Another thing what people don't talk about, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a father and I'm a grandfather. I watch a lot of youth, I deal with a lot of youth. I gotta work like everybody else. This is the thing I'm gonna elaborate on, what the children don't realize. Your parent can only take but so much. You could love all the materialistic things that they provide for you, but guess what you're doing little by little, what you don't realize? You breaking your parents' heart. You know, a father is quick to tell you, your mother won't. When you bring certain element or certain toxicities to the home that your parents provided for, that they working for, that they gotta work because nobody rich, you could show a wad of cash on the Instagram or whatever y'all do on the internet, but in all reality, we got bills, so we got nothing. So with you breaking your parents' heart, you bringing on sickness.
Oh, wow.
So you can say, I always love my mama, I always mess with my father. You could lose them. So figure out what path you want to use and figure out how you want to live, because when people refer to you and you become that asshole child or that asshole person, you bring in bad vibes. That go for boy or girl. I'm a father, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. I watch a lot of things, and I could tell you straight up, I reach my limit. So be a good person, but we all have our little mischief. Straighten up your act, because as we get older, we all are. You could call yourself future leader tomorrow, young person today. Tomorrow not guaranteed to nobody, and guess what? Responsibility come like that. So keep that in mind. That's what I gotta say to the young people.
Let me tell you something else. Subway surfing, this and all this crazy stuff going on. You know, parents are very afraid right now. I'm a grandparent too, Don Mega XL, to a lot of grandkids. Me being a grandfather, I'm worried. I think a lot, right? And you know, with the subway surfing, because when I was coming up, it was everybody loved thy neighbor. I had a friend, my buddy next door. I loved that guy, man. So what's happening now is with the phones and the internet and all of this stuff with the young youth for today is they're following wickedness, right? And they don't even love their next door neighbor. The next door neighbor might be the op to them. We didn't do that. We fought the next door neighbor and it was it. These kids is busting their guns off right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, being a man of color and coming up in the hood, is I don't trust none of them. You can't talk to them. So do I try to reach out and save some? All the time. But guess what? We have to be really mindful that, you know, they took the books out of school. It's laptops or whatever they.
Well, they use AI. They trying to use the whole funny thing about AI, and we all refer to it, is artificial intelligence. Are you intelligent? They don't want us to be intelligent. That's why they taking the books. When you take away books, you take away jobs. Remember the paper used to say Georgia Pacific Paper?
Yeah, and McGraw-Hill.
McGraw-Hill Publishing Company. So if you take away the paper, you take away jobs, you take away delivery, you take away salesmen, you take away books, you know, written word. Now with technology, they can change the word. If the website get hacked, they could tell you all these laws that exist that aren't even supposed to be there because it wasn't written.
Hey Don Mega, not to cut you off. Look at the look at the vocabulary. Look at the terminologies they're using. SMH, LMAA. I didn't know what none of that stuff was, man. So
they don't know how to read.
So when they go into school and stuff, the teachers, I guess they gotta change dictionaries and stuff for these words and slang today. But what I'm gonna say is that you got teachers that's afraid, which I don't blame them, right? So the teachers ain't teaching like when we came up. I'm taking it all the way back to the original thing, the subway surfing and all this madness going on, right? Unfortunately, you have single parent households right now, a lot. A lot of the men are in jail, bro, or dead.
Or they don't want to be fathers.
So look what's going on. The young black youth is killing each other. They killing off generations. When you take one black youth's life, another takes his life, you done kill two generational family things off, because the one that gotta go to jail might be in there long enough to where he can't make a family, and then this one's gone. So I'm saying to the youth and to the parents that's listening to this is, you gotta come up with a solution for your household. We can't keep using an excuse. Oh, well, how you want me to do? It's only me. Some of these households have two parents in it, and it's still like it's one parent because
they working against each
yeah,
other.
The mother, or it could be the father.
They work against it's manipulation. It ain't a house.
Yeah,
it ain't a home. It's manipulation.
So
you
I'm
ain't
saying,
in the house.
So
you deal with mentally disturbed people.
And that's a lot of psychological stuff going with it. But I'm concerned about the youth. That's why I'm trying to keep it off of the parents, but you can't. But I'm more concerned about the youth today because all I'm seeing every day, I've never witnessed, when I wake up in the morning, thank you Jesus, all these guys shot, kill, shot, kill. So it makes you as a person on high alert more because you're like, wow, look at all this violence going on. And you know what? When the agencies took over the household too, with if you beat your kid, we're gonna take him out of this home and we're gonna lock you up. It fucking messed up, and I'm cursing because I'm angry about this. It messed up households and it messed these youths up because they had that as an excuse that if you bust that ass, I'm going to school to tell and then they're going to take me. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Father of five. I used to tell each one of my kids, all they're going to do is take you from me. I'll bust your ass. Because when kids were getting disciplined back in the days, they was coming out like us.
Better.
Now that these kids ain't getting disciplined, there's no punishment for their actions, and they truly believing that if I go to jail, because they're around the wrong older people too. That's you pieces of crap that's telling these kids wrong, and then they go to jail for you because you put a gun in their hand, and this is real shit. You put a gun in their hand and they go do some crime, and then, oh, you younger, you'll get away with it, and then you destroying the youth, the older people doing this shit too, and then what they don't realize is that you can go to jail at 14, 15, and you say, I'll be home when I'm 40.
Guess what?
It ain't guaranteed.
The house ain't there no more. The house ain't there.
Yeah.
The house is not there.
Grandma and grandpa. Guarantee you ain't gonna come home.
It don't make a difference. You subjecting yourself to stupidity. That how you following an OG and he don't I hate
you don't have nothing.
You following somebody that don't even got a home. You following somebody that don't take care of their kids.
Wake up, people.
You gotta realize that. Just like Thurston Howard III say, this is somebody from Brownsville, Puerto Rican polo guy. OG stand for, he got a song, y'all should listen to it, stand for Open Grave. That is what you working on, an open grave.
And I don't want it. My name is Buddha Bless. I'm happy with it. My government name, everybody who know me know it. I'm not throwing that away for a street cred. This is the insane part that I said, Roxy, you go sit down somewhere. This is the insane part that just puzzles my brain. There is no love, God. There is no love. Because if you could take that weapon and that gun and put it to somebody's head and blow their brains out and post it on social media and this and that, you don't value a life. Do I supposed to trust that? I keep playing with my grandkids, but I'm serious. I be playing with my grandkids saying, I'm just wondering which one of you gonna be the one when I'm in that wheelchair, if I'm blasted fortunate, which one of y'all are gonna be the one to push my wheelchair in front of the street and leave me? You get to a point to where you don't know. It's all the crazy drug shit they got out here today, and these kids, it's something going on in the water, some shit.
It ain't that. They not. It's no structure. Like I see parents do this, and I witnessed this. I'm not gonna do that to my child because how I felt when I was little. You want to know what I tell my children when they say stuff like that or say, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that? You're not in jail. You got a good job. And guess what? Your key still turned the lock to the house. So apparently I did an excellent job. Because if I was that bad, you would have moved to Kalamazoo. I see you every day. Even the one that move out. You come back. So, tough love is better than no love.
It comes back later. I'm glad you said that too, Don Mega XL. Because it comes back later. Those kids that you had to bust that ass when they were younger and discipline them the way we got disciplined, those ones that you had to discipline, when as they get older, they come back to you. I'm a testament of it. And they be like, wow, Dad, I see why you was like that.
Yep.
I see why.
Yep.
You got to start your family off correctly. And sometimes there's obstacles, but I'm going back to, this is about family life, because it's about the young youth today that's throwing their freaking lives away with a gun and cause of somebody. And the girls are worse than the boys today. I witnessing it. The girls is like, what up, my nigga? You know, God, excuse me for the word and the N-word, but this is what I'm hearing. What up,
they
my?
say more than that.
What up? Yo, you my B. And this
Suck
back
my
in the
pencil.
days, if you called a girl a B back in the day, she gonna fight you. Today it's acceptable. So is this what our kids is coming down to, people? Is this what society is coming down to? That those type of impressions and words on your kids is acceptable today that wasn't acceptable? They do say times change.
But this is a challenge I want to see. Give your kid a bill. Give a child a bill. Give a young person a bill. Ask them how they gonna pay it. They don't have no way to pay it, cause they not structured right to figure out how to pay it. So that's how I'll let you know. One, they are growing, but they not mature. That's the whole thing. Parenting is
responsibility.
The induction of maturity. As they grow, you feed the plant, and as they grow, it become a tree, and the tree harvests fruit, right?
That's how it's
Make shade and things of that nature. But if you twerking with your daughter, and then you say, I gotta go to work, she wanna twerk. Section 8 and all government subsidies is about to be over. What's you gonna do?
Happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when you so used to them paying 75% of your rent, and they say, guess what? Because it really ain't in our hands.
No.
That is in the government hands, the politicians, and they say, guess what? Well, you ain't getting it no more. Well, I got babies that we don't care about. They don't care about your life, so this is where our youth is failing. It's falling short, Lee. Don Mega XL. This is where our youth is falling short, because they're not prepared for the storm that's coming, brother. It's a storm coming, and I'm not gonna be here forever. I thank God that my kids all work, and you know they got their families, because I'm not gonna be here forever. And
accidents happen.
At least I see that they're going the right way, right? So, it relieves you as an adult, as a parent, that, oh damn, I gotta leave tomorrow. God takes me away from here. Well, my kids all work and they all got housing. So what I'm saying about is going back to is the youth is feeling. It's so many young guys I see going to jail today, and they catching them all. If you notice.
Yo,
surveillance cameras is everywhere.
The government gonna do this, and remember, I don't hold a future, something that hold a future in my hands. Same way they got rid of all the migrants and all that stuff, and they did it in other states. They even did it now. I had a friend that got incarcerated out of state. Y'all gonna be the next people to pick the orange and the apples. Cheap labor.
15 cents an hour.
They gonna pay you nothing a day.
15 cents an hour. I did jail labor.
Or they gonna do Venezuela jail for you, and you gonna be bringing the corn and the sugar and the bananas.
If you doing that.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta You
Get
gotta
it
figure out your
together.
life, and that's another thing. Why is a gap in the trade? Nobody don't want to pick it up. I'm not touching that. I don't want to do that. I don't.
Yeah.